Ladies and gentlemen, the following podcast is set for one episode. Your host from Columbus, Ohio, is Michael Kirk. Welcome to the Outlaw Mudcast. Hello and welcome to the Outlaw Mudcast, your digital audio dirt sheet for all things Super Show. Top story this week, we have the event schedule for the Long Island Tabletop Gaming Expo. This is a 2-day convention taking place at the Cradle of Aviation Museum in Garden City, New York, March 7th and March 8th. 2 events on the schedule. A Super Lucha Create a Super Lucha Competitor Tournament. This is the Saturday, March 7th event. It is scheduled to start at noon. There is a $20 entry fee to participate. You will receive 3 promo cards at sign up for participating. You must use only Super Lucha cards. Super Lucha Competitor, 1 through 30 Super Lucha card deck, and a Super Lucha entrance card. There are no Super Lucha spectacles, so you can't use those. Per the schedule posted on the SRG Super Show discussion group on Facebook, Super Lucha product will be available at the SRG Universe booth at Long Island Tabletop Gaming Expo. So if you have nothing, you can go buy enough product to participate in the tournament. This will be a bullet round tournament. They'll have up to 5 bullet rounds, I'm assuming, depending on how many people sign up for the tournament. Players will have up to 3 hours to complete the bullet rounds, and then after that, there will be a top cut. Diversity will be in effect. What does that mean? It means if multiple players play the same competitor, only one of those competitors will advance to the top cut. It doesn't matter if multiple players, based on the record, would advance into the top cut. Only one player using the competitor will advance. They will look at records first. Best win-loss record in the bullet rounds will advance. If there is a tie for best, they will use head-to-head matchup records to determine who advances. That should be enough to determine who will advance. If for some reason it's not, there might be a play-in game for the competitors who could be diversified. The winner of the Super Lucha Create a Super Lucha Competitor Tournament will be able to create a full Super Lucha competitor set for the Super Lucha game. A competitor card and 3 finishes at the number 28, number 29, and number 30 slots. They will work with artist Eddie Mort, creator of the Mucho Lucha cartoon, and the SRG Universe art team to create the art for the competitor sets. There will also be additional prizes for people who make the top cut. Only one Super Lucha competitor is booked for this tournament, Baby Chaos. Baby Chaos has been used to win a Create a Competitor tournament in the past, so it's made what's called the Hall of Fame list. Competitors on the Hall of Fame list cannot be used in Create a Competitor tournaments. That's the Saturday event. Sunday, March 8th, 12 p.m. start time, there will be a Super Lucha Grand Battle event. It is a $10 entry fee, or if you played in the Saturday event, the Create a Competitor tournament, it is free. You'll only have to pay the entry fee if you did not play in Saturday's event. The Grand Battle is the Super Show the Game stipulation that is trying to duplicate an over-the-top Battle Royal style match similar to WWE's Royal Rumble. Usually the way they set these events up, they group all the entrants into groups of 6. those groups of 6 play a grand battle match. It's an elimination style match, so there will be 1 player remaining at the end. The winners of those groups get grouped up again. More players will be eliminated until we have enough to have about a group of 6 left total in the event. And then that's the finals, which will also be using the grand battle stipulation. The winner of that final match, the only player to not be eliminated in the tournament, will win the tournament and will receive the Super Lucha Grand Battle Trophy. It does not say what the deck construction limits are. I assume it's going to be just like the previous day's event. You have to use a Super Lucha competitor. You have to use a Super Lucha 1 through 30 deck. Usually in grand battle matches, you cannot use entrance cards. So I would bank on not being able to use one of the 2 Super Lucha entrance cards. They may allow it. I'm sure they'll clarify that at the event for sure, possibly before. That is the event schedule for Long Island Tabletop Gaming Expo. Outside of the events, I expect we'll have new releases at the Expo. I expect there will be daily promos at the Expo. Hopefully they will make those daily promos available to the community through purchase on supershowthegame.com. We'll have to see. Also, one other thing I should mention, that Sunday, March 8th, is the day that the clocks advance forward an hour. So if you're attending Long Island Tabletop Gaming Expo, be aware there will be a time change Sunday morning. I think what happens is at 1:59, 1 minute later, instead of being 2 a.m., it's 3 a.m. That's the way I remember it. So be aware of that for Sunday morning when you wake up. If you did not change your clocks, your watches, your watch might say noon, and it could actually be 1 p.m. You could be an hour late to the event. So be aware of that. The time change is happening that weekend, early Sunday morning. Speaking of daily promos, last week I talked about TantrumCon, and it's a shame that the daily promos were not available for purchase on supershowthegame.com. They are now. Wednesday night, SRG Universe made those available for purchase under the new item section of the shop portion of supershowthegame.com. You can buy all 3 in a bundle. It's $18 for the bundle of 3. It's 1 copy of the 7, 1 of the 8, 1 of the 9. They do have the TantrumCon logo on them from the images that have been shown. Last I looked, the website says that only 5 copies remain available for purchase. So if you want to get one of those bundles, I would say do so as soon as possible. They are on the verge of selling out. Sticking with product news, we have a partial list of the competitors that will be part of Grand Pack Wave 4. Those Grand Pack Wave 4 competitors will be a new version of King Kong Dundee, a new Le Penguin, a new competitor, Mr. Coldfinger, a new version of Ref Dave with a new finish, the debuting The Judge, the debuting The Misfit, a new version of Mr. C, potentially a new version of the Frequent Flyer, and potentially a new version of the franchise. Those are the competitors we could see as part of Grand Pack Wave 4. As always, card subject to change. CCC News. We have the results for the second match in round 1 of the 2025 Create a Competitor competition. The 4 competitors in that match were the Dude, the Beekeeper, Dale Kessel, the postal employee, and Obsidious. The winner Advancing to round 2, joining Sundown Moon in round 2, the Dude. Congratulations to the Dude for advancing to round 2. They did not announce who was going to be in match 3. I expect they will announce who is going to be in match 3 on the next episode of Talk of the Universe next Wednesday, which means we'll find out who's in match 3 and we'll find out who's in match 4. Because the 4 competitors who do not get chosen for match 3 will by default be in match 4. JAC will be one of the competitors in either match 3 or match 4. Please vote for JAC. We have the results of the Super Bowl Squares contest. I talked about that on last week's episode. I wouldn't have the results at the time I published the show. I have them now. The winner of the first quarter, who will be able to create an alternate art card in Super Show the Game, we have the Meeple. The winner of the second quarter, who will be able to create an alt-art skill requirement card for Super Show the Game, Foxworthy. The winner of the third quarter, who will be able to create an alternate art card in Super Show the Game, also Foxworthy. And the winner at the end of regulation, who will be able to create a finish card for Super Show the Game, Split. Congratulations to the 4 winners for being able to create cards for Super Show the Game. I have a couple of announcements regarding upcoming championship matches. First, happening the weekend of March 7th and March 8th at Long Island Tabletop Gaming Expo, we will have a match for the Super Lucha Championship. Challenger, the New York Phenom, playing as El Ganso Russo, will take on champion John Polverino, playing as Snake Pit, the Super Lucha version, of course. That is going to happen at some point during that weekend, live at Long Island Tabletop Gaming Expo. The other championship match I have news about is the LFF Triad Championship match. The champion is Johnny Eldorado. We've been waiting for an announcement for who his challengers will be. His challengers will be the SRG Baker, Sherry Von Danish, and recent CCC participant Neil the East End Enforcer Smith. Congratulations to the SRG Baker and the East End Enforcer for being chosen to challenge for the LFF Triad Championship. That is going to do it for the news from this week outside of the results from online tournaments and featured matches. So let's go ahead and run through those right now. Monday, we had Monday Night Fights. This was an Underworld Division tournament. World Division competitors booked. All other singles competitors legal, subject to 2020 vision. 9 players played in this 3-bullet round tournament. After the bullet rounds, they cut to a top 4. There were no stipulations in the semifinal round. The finals match was a ladder match. It's likely that the third place match was also a ladder match. Your top 4 were, in 4th place, playing as the Heathen Cruel, the Foreman. In 3rd place, playing as the Shadow Phoenix, the Prize Fighter, Simon Dabner. In 2nd place, playing as Citizen X, the Lethal Endorser, and the winner, playing as Colby W. Cram, the Chosen One himself, Colby Cram. Congratulations to the Chosen One for winning Monday Night Fights. Thursday, we had Thursday Night Boss Fights. Also an Underworld Division event. 15 players played in 4 bullet rounds, and then afterward they cut to a top 5. 3 of those players received byes to the semifinals. The other 2 played off in a dark match to determine who would receive the last spot in the semifinals. The semifinal matches were all ladder matches. The finals match was a Liger's Den match. It looks like, based on what I saw, there was no third place match. In fifth place, we had, playing as Diabolique, the Italian Bombata. The two semifinal players were Alexander Slamilton, playing as the Zero Win Champion, and John Polverino, playing as Funtime Bob. Not sure which version. I would assume the original 2020 version. In second place, playing as Just Doug, we had Rowdy Ron, and the winner of Thursday Night Boss Fights, playing as Indy Hartwell, Stephen Moonstar. Congratulations to Stephen Moonstar for winning Thursday Night Boss Fights. Friday, we had a match for the UCW Hardcore Championship streamed on the Foreman's Twitch channel. The challenger, playing as Lil G, the big guy. The champion, the friend, champion with RJ Bombshell. They faced off in a ladder match. The match ends up going to Crowd Meter 2. The winner at Crowd Meter 2, new champion, the big guy. Congratulations to the big guy for becoming UCW Hardcore Champion. We also found out during the same broadcast that there's going to be a new Trios general manager for UCW. That is the Hogfather. The Hogfather has already made a couple of announcements regarding how the division is going to be run. First, he's named the next contender for the UCW Trios Championship, currently held by Jokerfish. That contender, everyone's enemy. Second, he's announced that there will be a contender tournament for the UCW Trios Championship. We'll find out more details about that in the future, but that tournament is coming up. Saturday, we had a UCW event, No Love Lost. This was also an Underworld Division event. 5 players played in 3 bullet rounds, and then after those 3 bullet rounds, they cut to a top 2. The finals match was between Ron Rumble, playing as Mr. Rumble, I assume the first version of Mr. Rumble, and the Italian Bombata, playing as Soto the Goto. The winner, winning the UCW No Love Lost event, Ron Rumble. Congratulations to Ron Rumble for your victory Saturday night. Because Ron Rumble has won UCW's No Love Lost, he is now on the contender list for the UCW Championship. Sunday, we have Sunday Night Fights. Some technical difficulties streaming Sunday Night Fights on the SRG Universe Twitch channel. So Drew Madsen ends up hosting it on the Big Picture Premium Twitch channel. Special thanks to Drew Madsen for hosting Sunday night. There were 3 matches advertised on the match card. There was also going to be a match after Sunday Night Fights on Big Picture Premium's Twitch channel anyway, so it gets added to the Sunday Night Fights card. The opening match was for the LFF Global Championship. The challenger, Le Penguin, playing as Kings Road Slayer Derek Neal. The champion, the Collector Sean Loeb, champion with Swoggle. The match ends up going to Crowd Meter 2. The winner at Crowd Meter 2, still champion, the Collector. Congratulations to the Collector for a successful defense. After the match, the general manager for the Global Division, General Lee Wong, announces that he is stepping down as general manager. Thank you for your service, Mr. McPeak. It's greatly appreciated. No word yet on who the next general manager will be. The second match of the night was for the LFF Tag Team Championship. The challengers, the Steel City Connection. Robert the Brain Dunn, playing as the new version of Copycat. The Judge Tim Riley, playing as Mr. Hyde. The champions, the Crime Wave Tag Team of Brian, wait for it, Schmidt, playing as Deathmatch King Matt Cardona, and the Centipede, playing as the Drax Art version of Bautista. This match ends up going to Crowd Meter 1. The winners at Crowd Meter 1, still champions, the Crime Wave Tag Team. Congratulations to the champions for a successful defense. The third match of the night is the match that was added to Sunday Night Fights, a Deep South Tag Team Championship match. The challengers, the tag team of Korean Barbecue. Dr. Pollywood as the Nightmare King, and Johnny Korea as 64-Bit Casey. The champions, Grim Thoughts, Robert the Brain Dunn as Steel Wool, and the Grim Librarian as the new version of the Grim Librarian. This match ends up going to Crowd Meter 2. The winners, new Deep South Tag Team Champions, Korean Barbecue. Congratulations to Johnny Korea and Dr. Pollywood for becoming the new champions. The final match of Sunday Night Fights was a match to determine the next challenger for the United States Championship. We had Colby Cram playing as Yamato Hama, taking on Rowdy Ron playing as SRG Mom. The match ends up going to Crowd Meter 3. The winner at Crowd Meter 3 securing a future shot at the United States Championship, Colby Cram. Congratulations to the chosen one for earning a shot at the LFF United States Championship. That was Sunday Night Fights. As far as what's coming up for next week, we should have Monday Night Fights. It will not be run by the consigliere as it usually is. Not sure who will be running it in his stead. We should have Dojo Tuesday night. We should also have on the Big Picture Premium Twitch channel, Beatdown. This is a new program hosted by the GOAT Brock Smith. There will be 2 matches on this episode of Beatdown. The first will be a round 1 tournament match between Possum Kang and a mystery opponent. The second will be a contract match between Sam Stanton and the Influencer. Those are the 2 matches on Big Picture Premium. Wednesday night, also on Big Picture Premium, there should be a stacked card episode that will be hosted by the Starbreaker, Trey Cantrell, and TVA Commissioner Drew Matson. Wednesday night will also be the next episode of Talk of the Universe. Thursday, we should have Expanding the Universe midday, and some sort of Thursday night fights. Could be boss fights, could be somebody else hosting, we'll have to see. And there's a good chance we'll have Star Power on Big Picture Premium Friday. I have not heard anything yet, but it's been a couple of weeks since they had a show. They try to do that show every couple of weeks. So I would not be shocked if we have Star Power on the Big Picture Premium Twitch channel Friday. With that being said, that should do it for this week's episode of the Outlaw Mudcast. I would like to thank all of you for listening. I would like to encourage all of you to vote for JAC in the CCC. And a good day.